What do you mean it sucks?
This pepper beef is too damn spicy.
What are you talking about? This is good.
This footage is not by me. This was from the Tekken 7 location test, 20th anniversary, and the footage was recorded and uploaded by Tekken REC. So go to his channel if you want to see the original footage, because I don't want to take credit for his work. So there you go. And credit to him. How's it going, guys? Pretty spicy. I wouldn't expect to record a video at like 1 in the morning, but it's kind of have to at the moment because as I was doing stuff today, Namco had their 20th anniversary of Tekken anniversary celebration thing, and in it, they released one new gameplay trailer, and the other more like crazy thing was the newest character in Tekken 7, or in the Tekken series rather. And her name is Lucky Chloe, or in Japanese I believe would be Uraki Kuroi. You know, it really, I don't think I need to explain this. It speaks for itself. It really speaks for itself. I mean, it's like the most Japanese anime thing you could possibly ever see. I think the only thing more Japanese anime you could get with this is if she had huge boobs, she had a big sword, and her voice was even more high-pitched. Oh, and she had giant eyes, I guess. But pretty much everything about her screams kawaii, or kawaii, whatever you... I took Japanese, and it's kind of bad how I can't pronounce that correctly, but yeah. How do I describe this? It's really just, wow. You know, I did say that Namco was trying to appeal to the masses with like, oh, you know, Lisa and Lars are really cool, like really unrealistic, but like really like flashy characters. Like, okay, you know, it's anime, it's whatever. I mean, Lars was designed by the guy who created Naruto, so whatever. But then, I mean, Robot Girl, cute Android Elisa, okay, pink hair, okay, I guess that's anime. But man, this is like really like the next level. Really the next level. I mean, I really did not expect them to go this far with it. Like, really, like, this just goes against, like, the thing that a lot of people like Tekken for, is, like, the martial arts and the realism. Well, you know, not realistic, but, like, you know, it's more realistic than other fighting games, you know, to an extent. Of course, you have people like Devil Jin and Yoshimitsu and Heihachi's haircut and, you know, Paul's haircut. Of course, it's not realistic, but, you know, it's more than other fighters. But then you have the, you know what, I could talk all day about how this is really weird and how not a lot of people are gonna like it for obvious reasons. I don't need to explain this, but I think I'll just get into, like, she'll be in the game. You can't stop it, regardless if she's a joke character or not. You can't stop her from being in the game. So, and I'm not gonna not buy Tekken because she's in the game. I don't care that much. I mean, I don't like her, but I mean, maybe she'll be more interesting. Anyways, other than her being a cat-themed Japanese idol, cute, kawaii, anime, super extreme, pink, long Sailor Moon, ponytails, pink, friggin', you know what I mean. Anyways, her fighting style. Okay, so, looking at her moves, she seems to have a combination of Lily's moves and Xiao Yu's moves, as well as, you know, a lot of her own. Obviously, both Xiao Yu and Lily are in Tekken 7, so it's not like she's replacing them, but she seems like she fights a lot similar to them. Also very similar to some capoeiras in a way. She uses a lot of acrobatics, which begs me to believe that Lucky Chloe, or I'll just call her Chloe from now on, is a mix-up character. I have my belief in this is that what they showcased her, it seemed like a lot of the moves they showed off were a lot of her crushing moves and a lot of her low pokes, and her ducking and, you know, other things, and etc, etc. I mean, they showed a combo, but that's not really anything special, other than new animations, whatever. But yeah, I definitely think she's gonna be a tricky character. She definitely seems like the kind of character that has very ambiguous strings, that has ambiguous mix-ups, is gonna crush a lot of stuff. I didn't see any stances, but I definitely see like a lot of like panic moves, a lot of crushing moves, A lot of like big hitboxes, like she becomes a hitbox in herself, that kind of thing. Her small body is also going to make it so some things might whiff on her, or it might whiff on other. I mean, not whiff on other characters. And it's just going to be very acrobatic. Like some capo moves where just like high crushes and low crushes and it's hitbox at the same time. Definitely foreseeing that with her. I think her range is going to be really short though, because judging by the size of her arms and the animations I saw, especially her low pokes have really low range. So she seems like just a low range character, but a mix up character, very tricky. Definitely by the looks of things. She's not meant to be a power character like someone who hits you straight up like Paul. She's supposed to be someone who's more on the tricky side of things. That's all I gotta say for her. I mean, I can't really justify Namco's position. I mean, I can give the reasoning is that they want to appeal to the masses and like have like go completely against the trope of Tekken and just have like a super cute and character that like, oh, look at that, that character is so cute. I want to play that character. Of course, it's gonna offend a lot of people who play Tekken for the realism, but I think I've already mentioned this. Yeah, so her fighting style is very like Lily and Capoeira based. I think that's probably the biggest inspiration is those two. And considering we haven't seen Eddie or Christy, it might be that she replaces them, but at the same time, I highly doubt this. So that's Lucky Chloe for you. Can't really say much. I mean, I can say a lot, but if I were to say more, I'd just keep repeating myself. Next thing, other than Lucky Chloe, I mean, you can all rage about however you want in the comments, but I gotta move on. We got new footage of Tekken 7's gameplay. Interesting thing to note is that the characters' textures are a lot better detailed. Faces, muscles, animations, everything seems to be a lot better. It's running on, Unreal Engine 3 or 2? I forget what it is. So yeah, everything looks a lot better. The lighting looks great. I love the detail on the cloth and clothing and all that. It looks all really good. It's not too shiny like Soul Calibur 5. It's just the right amount of lighting. It could be a little bit darker, less saturated, but regardless, it still looks really nice. This trailer showcasing a lot of Dragonov, a lot of a lot of Lompal, a lot of Brian, I guess. Who else? You don't see a lot of Mishimas in here, which is interesting. No new characters have been revealed in this gameplay trailer, though. Like, I mean, like not new characters isn't brand new, but like veterans. Like Lei is not there. I haven't seen a Capo. Bears are not there. Beck is not there. Wang is not there. Ganryu is not there. Armor King is not there. So we may be seeing, like my theory before, how like, Tekken's gonna have a smaller cast, like really smaller cast this time around. Yeah, not all the veterans are gonna make it into this one, which is gonna make me sad because I hope Lei's in it. The good news is if Lei is not in it, I'll be playing Law anyways because he's definitely in it because see gameplay from him, etc. Interesting thing about Law is that Law seems to have a new default costume, which was interesting because I complained about that. I was like, I wanted to see characters with new costumes, and Law got a new costume, even though it's pretty much just a recolor. I still like it better than his other one, kind of. I think the yellow is a little too much, like almost too yellow, maybe a little bit darker, but it's the classic Bruce Lee yellow-black color scheme that he's famous for, so it's cool. And he's got some like dragon emblems on his pants, which may, speaking of which, that yellow-black might just be a custom color, and it might not even be his new costume, because technically it is like the same costume, but it looks like a little bit different. Like even the pants themselves, the ripples, they look like they're thicker than his normal one-player outfit, and the dragon design on his pants are a lot different from his normal dragon design on his regular one-player costume. What else did they showcase? A lot of characters have a lot of new different moves. They showcased like one or two moves from new characters. I think only one move from each character. They also showcased that combos are pretty much gonna work the same way like Bound did. Like I mentioned in the video about like new bounds and whatever. It's gonna be similar to bounds, but it's gonna be less time. So you can't get the strongest bound option that you would in like Tekken Tag 2 and Tekken 6. It's gonna be a lot shorter time. So as soon as you hit that bound, you gotta hit an ender right away. And I guess because you have to hit a move that's gonna reach, like the butt splat move has to reach, your combos are also gonna have less hits. So it's not so much that the combo damage has been lessened, it's more like the combo has been shortened overall, so it does less damage overall. Let's see. I mean, let's like going over the new characters, new moves. Let me try to see what's going on. I mean, Law has his, his armor breaker move, which they showcased a lot of the Sabaki. I mean, not the Sabaki. The what do they call them? I forget what they're called, but basically I'll just call them the armor moves for now. They have a lot of those still. Dude, 1 foot. It looks like Steve has a new animation where he's 1-2-1. Which did he have a 1-2-1? I don't remember if he did. He had something similar to that, anyways. I'm pretty sure he does have a 1-2-1, but his best 10-frame Punisher is 1-1-2. Lars has a new one-player costume. It's very similar to Ryu Hayabusa, I gotta say. Instead of having like a full body armor, he's only got like one side of it's covered, so it's very loose and clothful and etc. Leo has a new face, which makes her look a lot more feminine. Which is interesting because she is confirmed to be a female, even though she still has no booty or no boobies. Dragunov has a new move, which looks like an up forward 2 of sorts, which is like a high damage jumping elbow, it seems. Starts a launcher, does a lot of damage, etc. Xiao Yu also has a new move, which I'm trying to look for it right now. Yeah, it's her armor move is a new move. It's like a high kick. Goes a lot like the second part of Laws Down 3-3. Claudio got some crazy like teleporting stuff. She calls it. And King, one of his looks like his forward 2 on counter hit now leads into one of Armor King's throws, where he holds you back and punches you in the face, which I remember was one of Armor King's moves. Let's see, Fang's, he has a new move, which looks a lot like, Forward Stance 2, where he does that, or is it Back Stance 2? I forget which is it, Back Stance 2, with one where he puts his palm out upside down, it's like a high, I think. It's one of those moves you don't really use a lot. I think you can get a shoulder afterwards, which seems to be his new, butt splat move. Asuka has like a new forward 2 look animation where she punches downwards. She also has a new like eagle wings attack. I don't know what to call it, but she like slaps people with her like hands and they're both straight, like like a bird flapping its wings, which is interesting. It's another bat slap move, and they're just showing a lot of the new super arts and whatever, which we've seen a lot of. And not much to say about that. Oh yeah, new stages, forgot. So we got more stages more than that just stupid like Aztec stage. We now have a destroyed rooftop in which looks like New York City because I could see the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. Which, interesting, there was a similar stage at sunset in a city on a rooftop, which was a stage in Tekken 5. Well, certainly the city was not destroyed, and I'm kind of sad that New York is destroyed. What's up with that? New York's my hometown. Well, not my hometown, but I live near it. Let me just close that. We've got a snow stage where it looks like it's in Russia because they showcase Dragunov in it, and it looks like it's an infinite stage which takes place next to a train at like winter, which reminds me of the opening scene, the first episode of Wolf's Rain, but that's neither here nor there. Which is it's interesting, the first infinite stage we've seen so far, which is kind of cool. And I think those are all the stages we've seen. We've seen Naraku. I mean the temple stage, Japanese temple stage from Tekken Tag 2. They're bringing it back, and we've seen the Aztec temple stage, which is what they mostly used for the location tests. And we've seen this jungle stage before. So about 2 new stages, and we've seen 5 stages so far. And that's all I got to report for now. Nothing new, exactly super new from this trailer. But, at least it's a nice localized footage of the gameplay, which is sampling, like an official version of them displaying the gameplay, which is interesting because these kinds of videos usually come out when the game is ready to be released because they're like showcasing the final product. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, I've just noticed this, but Law has the 3 claw marks on his chest, like, the End of the Dragon, and is an item in Tekken 6. So we'll definitely probably be seeing that again. But that's all I got to say for now. So it's been perfectly spicy, and stay tuned for more Tekken 7 news. Oh,